get it going.
Cool. Let's go.
So just for the next few minutes, all right, guys, if no one's joined yet, but if everyone that's hopping in, if you can say where you're from, write in the comments where y'all from, and we'll get going in a bit. Get going shortly. So yeah, mate, we have a good few tracks in the inbox. Is it your first inbox or no? Or have you used it before, right? Or are you just new to it?
This is it. We've been using email and Instagram DMs and either contacts that we know since we started Sweatrz, and it's been a mess. And I have been wanting to get this set up all year, and we finally got it set up this week. And like I mentioned to you earlier, I downloaded the desktop app and I opened it up, and it was all there, and I just went, oh my god, the weight off my shoulders and just the clarity, because I can see it. It's all there. It's all laid out. It means I don't have to go back into different threads and different avenues of social media. Where was that demo that guy sent me? I've got to find it. I am absolutely hopeless on email, but by choice. Like I don't want to be on emails all the time. I didn't do this for that. So having something like this, it's just perfect.
So it's a way to get away from the emails / keep things more organized in your busy week, and not feel like you have to try and think, did I send them a DM? Did I message that person? It's all there in one stream, one flow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. So you've been using it for a few weeks, and have you found any interesting stuff so far on the inbox?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. There's a couple of
sick.
Hey.
Sick. I love it.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited about it. The timing of it is perfect, because internally within the Sweatrz, we were having big conversations on how do we streamline everything, how do we not miss things, because there's three of us that run it. There's myself, and then there's Matt and Andy, who are Yolanda Be Cool, and they've got, like, Matt runs Sweat It Out, the whole umbrella, and then under Sweat It Out you've got Club Sweat, and then Sweatrz is us. So he's got so much other stuff to look after himself, and we were missing things. And I said, look, I want to drive all of it, but we need to streamline it. And the timing of having a chat with you guys and activating the track stack was perfect.
Getting it going. And so you said you started with your friends, and it was like that was about a year ago. So was it about a year or two ago, or 1 year?
February last year. So February 2023, we launched the label.
And so what was the kind of reason for launching the label? Was it like kind of like an overnight kind of thing, or it's been in your head for many years? Or
it had been in the back of my head for a fair while. It's funny, we all went to Ibiza in 2022 together, and as Ibiza does around the kitchen table in the morning, it generates great ideas. And I pitched this idea. I'd been speaking to Andy, who's one half of Yolanda Be Cool, about I'm making all this music in the genres that we're in, and minimal, deep tech, deeper house, not the most obvious stuff. And there's nowhere to release it in Australia, because the labels that we're releasing were predominantly focused on either not so much commercial tech house, but just accessible and the safer stuff. And I felt like there was nowhere to broadcast it. And I pitched it to the boys and said, guys, we should be championing this movement. And there's a ton of Australian producers and a ton of international producers that this sound is growing every single day. There's a new producer in this sort of realm. And I was like, we need to get around it, and we need to provide a platform to be able to release it and nurture the underground Australian talent that thinks, that label's too far, I can't get to that. Well, we can be the bridge for that. That was one of many of the reasons that I sort of pitched them, and they were like, yeah, that's actually a great idea. Let's do it.
So there was like a bit of a gap in the market, essentially.
Yeah, there was. I think there was.
There wasn't a place for
in Australia.
in Australia. And have you at the start or even now, was it a thing where you wanted just to release people from Australia, or was this like an Aussie thing, or it's open for everybody?
It was never. Yeah, no, it was never. I didn't want it to be like, this is only an Australian label and we only release Australian artists. I wanted it to be a global thing and connect the world. But I did want to champion Australian acts and go, hey, you have access to me, you have access to the Yolanda boys. We can be a conduit to get you heard through the world. And then by doing that, also connecting artists from all over the world and bringing their sound to Australia that might not necessarily have had an avenue to get here on a say a great underground label overseas, but the Australian market doesn't know it, or they don't know the artist. Well, we're gonna be a mouthpiece for that.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is like your first time being like an A&R, essentially. It's like a new job that you've taken on board.
Kinda. Yeah,
and
it is.
Did you have any experience, knowledge, or is it kind of like you just thought, oh, I'll just listen to tracks and say yes or no, or is there more to it?
Look, personally, that was it. How you said it. I just listened to tracks to say yes or no. I'm pretty straightforward, but I feel like you can hear a track and within 15 seconds, you're going to know whether are you resonating with that track? Do you like it? Now, there could be a turn in the track later through it that you need to get to that might be the gold, or it might be the bit that turns you off the track. So obviously you've got to listen to it entirely. But I can generally tell off the initial listen, I'm going to like this based off the sonics of the drums, or there's a cool sample, or I like that bass line, or
Okay, so it's like a feeling. So like you search for a feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some sort of something in there that makes you kind of go, okay, this makes
something
you feel
that resonates with me. This is cool, or that's different.
And is it only for the dance floor, or is it maybe you would pick up something that is like it's cool but not dance floor, or is it just dance floor?
At the moment, it's 100% dance floor focused. That's not to say we don't listen to left field stuff, or maybe more ambient, or afters kind of stuff. But our focus with the label is predominantly like it's feet on the floor. With Andy always says, "I'm marching," and if he's marching, I'm marching. He's into it. I'm on the floor. I'm focused. I'm looking at who's that. I want to know what that song is.
Love that.
It's all basically like from a DJ and from a punter. It's experience based, right? Does that make you think, oh, I'm at Covasanta, or I'm at DC10. Where can I hear that? Where can I see that being played? Who am I watching playing that? So it's like an amalgamation of all of our experiences
put together. And you'd obviously like tell yourself, I would play this myself. That's obviously a big tick of the box.
100%.
Fit into your own USB, as well as picturing it maybe in a different spot around the world.
Definitely.
I love that. So just before we get into it, we're going to listen to a few tracks that have come in. There's people on Instagram watching too. People can watch this back as well. We're going to put it on YouTube and make some social media stuff. But so we got like 18 tracks in the past since the link went up. So we won't go through every single one, but I want to just quickly present the screen and let's just test the sound between us.
Cool.
Okay, let's open up this now. Inbox, okay. Boom. Okay, right. So here is some of the tracks. So if you want to just, I'll play one per artist, and then we will I'll play the intro maybe. I'll skip the intro, and if you want to say, I've heard enough, to say stop. First of all, can we hear this?
Yep.
Are you on headphones, or is it just
I'm in pods.
Okay, cool.
Keep it simple.
And you can hear okay, cool. So this is the first one.
Perfect.
It's from Andrea Guido, and it's called Push. Let's get into it.
pretty fun.
Push it good. Push it. Push it real good. Push it.
Cool.
Nice one.
Yep. Drums are cool. It's I don't know if I'm misgenreing it, but I feel like that kind of like it's like that percussive tech, like it's like the Brazilian tech drums. Cool little sample. Hasn't used too much of it, so it's like not just like an edit and it's just dump the vocal on a track kind of thing. Yeah, that's cool.
And would you play it, or is it like a thing where like some tracks you'll play but not sign? So you have that kind of two different heads maybe that you go, oh, I might play it but not sign, or I might sign, or maybe vice versa, or is that ever?
Yeah, no, 100%. It's like I'd play that, but would I sign it? Based on, you know, if you're playing based on a gig where it's like I might need something a little bit more accessible, but that doesn't, and that means I would play it, but that doesn't mean I might not sign it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
that would be in the maybe thread that we would have to. Basically, we kind of have an agreement between between the boys and I, and it's if you absolutely love it, sign it on the spot. If you absolutely don't like it, then you can say no straight away. And if you think, hey, this actually might have potential, let's chat to the boys, and it goes in the maybe pile. So yeah, I'd be going to the boys to see what they thought of that. Yeah.
Okay, so you need like a second opinion. Okay, I like that.
Yes.
So it's not a complete no. Okay, that's good stuff, man. That's good. That's Andrea and Push, and it's a mastered track too. Good stuff, mate. All right, so next we have Nicola Lepore, and we'll pick one, mate. I'm not going to pick just the single track from each person. Cool.
I like that perk loop. Yeah, that's fun. I like the track. That vocal sample, I've definitely heard it a bunch, and was used by a pretty big Australian act on a track that went pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to. That'd be maybe. Yeah, a couple of absolute heavyweights from here back in the day called Avon Stringer did that, and I feel like they put it out on Jesse Rose's label. Yeah, that's a maybe for me. I like that. The music's cool, the drums are cool. Sample could work because it's really well known, but is it so well known that it makes it? Oh, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
is it
maybe?
So is there like a thing in your head when it's like, okay, the sample clearance and the sample selection can be a determinant factor in whether you kind of put something on the label?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I feel like we've never been in a grayer area of sampling. in our industry. Would you agree? Than now, like it's like the Wild West out there.
People like, using samples,
people using whatever they want that are not cleared, or I'm just going to take that. Like it used to be, I'm going to take that and I'm going to take a bit out of that song, but I'm going to turn it into an instrument, or I'm going to take that vocal, but I'm only going to use that one phrase and I'm going to pitch it so you can't even tell. People are stealing melodies now, just like
So
I don't know, as you could be negative viewing towards that, like, oh fuck that, no one's original, everyone's just stealing stuff, or you can zoom out and go, there's a reason why people are after that, because it's familiar, because it feels safe, and people aren't willing to take a risk at the moment. The broader community is not willing to take a risk. Would you agree? So things like this are safe.
I think it's because since the rise of like TikTok, it's made like people want to get more attention, and these sample songs can get more TikTok views, and it can actually start careers from TikTok. I think the whole TikTok thing has thrown a bit of a wrench in the works since COVID. When it comes to like people making tracks for TikTok rather than making tracks, don't know, for
a dance floor or for their heart or
whatever. Exactly those reasons. Like, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. Maybe that's because it's gotten so intense with like just hearing songs that just flips.
Yeah, it is.
TikTok is a big thing in Australia, right? Like, would be a big like TikTok scene.
It is. It is. It may not have the power that it has in the UK, but it does. It's powerful. It's if you've got trending audio on TikTok, you're a releasing artist, you're moments away from touring, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, cool and crazy. I'll say that.
Yeah, it is. It's like I try not to be too much of an old like, oh god, in my day, because I hate when I was coming up, I hated dudes being negative about that, and I generally try and pride myself on always looking forward and being like, and then championing the younger gen coming through. So I'm not opposed to it because I think it plays a part. And I remember this. I remember this interview with Seth Troxler like a decade ago, and it was when EDM first hit. And he said, if kids are into EDM at 18, great, because that means in 3 years' time, when they're 21 and they're sick of it, they'll be coming to see what I've got to say.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's valid. It's put them in the journey. Doesn't matter where they're in, as long as they're in. Because
interesting.
I mean, house music, they're all going to end up at house music. Yeah, exactly.
In the funnel, and then I like that. Yeah. I love that. I love that. And I mean, house music. Valid. Yeah, I mean, people always will gravitate towards house music because it's a bit more memorable than maybe techno. Techno is for the club that night, and like I don't know what techno song you remember, from 20 years ago. Maybe there's a few back then, but Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Interesting stuff.
House,
I didn't think about
house
that.
gets the feels. Yeah.
So next, so that was good, man. I think that was just the main takeaway was it's a nice track. Just maybe for you personally, the sample is maybe something that's too known, maybe on that side of things, but too recognizable.
Potentially, but I think it's. I like the music on it. I think it's cool.
Good stuff, Nico.
Yeah.
Nicola.
Yeah, nice one.
Next one we have. I'll pick one. So do you want to pick one here from Not Telling?
Oh, Not Telling. Yeah, I know this guy. Yep. Go the first one off the top and lower. Yep.
Cool.
I like that drum. That's cool.
Feel the bass now, and the music pumps. I know what you need to make you jump. Feel the bass
like it?
Yeah. That's honking.
I think it might develop more. Have you heard enough? We want to hear some more of the main.
Yeah, let's go. I want to see where it goes.
Rock me with your lower frequency. When they rock you and move your soul, you can't resist as you lose control. Rock me with your lower frequency. Rock me with your lower frequency. Rock me with your lower frequency. Rock me with your lower rock me with your lower frequency. Rock me with your lower
I suppose it's a nice little. Yeah, let's go.
So why did you like that one? What was the main reason?
I like the drums. There's like nice processing on the drums, like a little bit of like dusty grit on them. Bass line's fun and moving. That sample's cool. I feel like, was that a Denny sample from like an old Hot Creations track?
Could be actually. I think it's like not too known, but maybe you know it. That's the kind of thing.
Like early Hot Creations when it was still the half label with the palm in it.
Yeah.
One for the old boys. When I was still burning them onto CD.
Yeah, CDs. I was there.
I think it's cool. Sonics on it are cool. Like I like how the vocal sample pitch drops into the whoop. So it's got a bend in it.
On the drop.
Yeah, that's
would you take that away on the drop, or do you like a vocal on the kind of drop area?
I like vocal on the drop, but based on Australian audiences. And I don't know if
they like that today.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a Western audience thing either. And when I say Western, I'm talking like England, America, Australia. Whereas like a Spanish groovy, you don't need to do that. Get it out of the way and get the beat back in. But like from what I've seen and how I play, like get it out of the way. Like you need one of those per set on a good terrace with a good like Italian or a Spanish or a French crowd. But I feel like the Westerners need more like need that hook to pull them in more. But yeah, I like vocal on the drop personally. I think
interesting.
It's cool.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's a personal taste, and is that something you put in the maybe yes or no pile?
No, I'm into that. I'll take that.
Good stuff. Amazing. So we can. For now, I'll just put a little kind of a thumbs up so you know. So you've accessed this inbox, so obviously, so you can check it. But I'll put a heart. Good stuff, man. Not telling if you're watching or when you're watching this. Great stuff, man. You've 5 tracks there, so maybe Tim, you can go over them yourself.
Yeah, I'll plow through those today.
Sweet. Right, next we have Mons and How It Be.
Nice.
Y'all know how it be.
Okay, are you ready?
Operator.
Are you ready?
You have now found yourself trapped in this incomprehensible maze. Y'all know how it be. Don't let the walls cave in on you. We can't live on without you. Don't let the walls cave in on you. We can't live on without you. Don't let the walls cave in on you. You get what you give, that much.
Yeah, so there's good ideas in that. I liked everything up until the full sample of that Basement Jaxx sample was used. I like all the little chops and stuff like that. The bones of a really good tune are in there. I'd get rid of the lead vocal out of that. And I feel like there's parts in it that probably need fleshing out a little bit more. That I can see the idea is there. It just probably needs a bit more time on it.
Fine tuning, Again, I think it goes back to like using the sampling method was using the full. I thought it was Fatboy Slim used it as well, and it's a Basement Jaxx original, I think. Yeah. So I'm not sure how that works with a label. Would you have to go through all this, contact teams and stuff, or it's kind of a rigorous process, especially someone like Basement Jaxx or Fatboy Slim.
Yeah, who are it's different if you're kind of sampling an old an 80s R&B flip sample that was built off a sample from the 60s or something like that, where that Basement Jaxx is still actively touring, actively releasing music,
playing that song. So it's like, okay, what do you? Yeah, like I said, I like the idea. I think there's a cool tune in there, but as it is at the moment, that'd be a no for me. Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
good stuff. I like the answer. Right, man. It does go in Mons. Next, we have Jeremy Privates, and I'll pick the first one. Go with the first one. So.
Cool drums. I don't know if that was the rendering of the audio, if there was like a little pitch, like a tempo bend in the middle there. I actually like tunes that do that. If they in the breakdown, they drop Like it slows down and then sort of builds back up again. Don't know. That's probably not the right fit for Sweatrz. Maybe more of a club sweat fit, which is a bit more straight down the line. That like accessible tech house sort of that kind of vibe. So yeah, that's probably not the right fit for Sweatrz, but cool.
Like
cool production.
Fisher tune, kind of like something like Fisher play, maybe potentially like.
Yeah,
or maybe not quite.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's gone so big, like musically. True. I feel like even his what he plays has changed based on the size of the rooms he's playing. I mean, outside of his Wednesdays at High, if you're seeing him playing on a stadium, I don't know. You can't really get away with playing the little intricate underground stuff on a big system. You've got to play stuff that's going to fill those stacks out and fill that
big music,
50,000 person space. So
yeah, true. Yeah, no, gotcha. Yeah,
but yeah, when it first kicked in the bass, I was like, oh, this is, I don't know. We probably use that Fisher like phrase like willy nilly, but you say it, we know what you mean because it's like that sort of like maybe American style tech house.
Okay.
We call it ADM, American Dance Music.
ADM. Oh, I like that.
ADM.
American Dance Music. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So that's from Palak.
Cool.
Yes, for now that's
nice.
No for you.
That'll be a pass at the moment, but yeah, it's still cool,
mate. Good stuff, mate. Good work.
Nice.
Right, next one's Richie, and this looks like it's a full track. I was wondering, it looks kind of small. So let's hear this one from Richie.
Oh, that's glitching out on my end. There we go. Is that one playing? Oh, there we go.
The Wi-Fi is good. Can you hear that?
Let's try again.
I think the Wi-Fi was a little bit just chopped up there.
Okay.
Back?
Cool. Yeah, I can hear that now. Yeah, cool. I like the synth in there. It's kind of like a bit remember like the old finger licking records, the breaks stuff, like that Plump DJs kind of stabs. Yeah, I feel like I don't know about the snare roll in the middle there. It's probably not something I would play. So if I was using that to determine a yes or a no, that'd be a no based on I probably wouldn't have. I don't know where I'd play that in my sets. But I like.
So it's because
the musicality of it's cool.
It's missing something. Maybe it's just something that's not tickling your fancy, like kind of thing.
Yeah, potentially a little one-dimensional, with just that sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just one sound coming through. There's like not enough stuff happening really, essentially as well. Good stuff, man. Yeah, nice, Richie. It's a nice tune, but
nice
not
one, man.
For today.
Thank you.
So next we have Zirak. It's 4 tracks. I'll pick the second one. This is bad. Go with that one.
Go on.
And this is from Zirak. probably in the IG.
This is bad. Oh no. Oh, fuck.
Jump into the break, yeah.
I'm fucked up. Oh no. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. That one wasn't grabbing me off the bat, but there's a few in there, so I'd like to go back and have a look at the rest of them, see what's happening. Yeah, feedback wise on that, yeah, for maybe a little one dimensional for me. Like which I mean, not every track can be like huge highs, huge lows. You've got to have builders in your set and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd have to go back and have another listen. It would initially. Yeah, off the bat it would be a no, but I would run that through to the other boys in the label and go, hey guys, just get a litmus test on this for me. Temperature check.
So it's maybe nearly a maybe, edging towards a maybe. It's a no, but
yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to have a listen to the rest of the tunes in there because there's a bunch in there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm asking these questions like just to dive into the mind of how like A&R, like how you would kind of put them into those different boxes, you know. But good stuff. Yeah, that's from Zorak. There's 4 more, so you can have a listen. You can go back in there, bro, and you can you can listen to the rest of them. Right, we'll do 2 more, Zorak. And then we'll wrap it up. Thanks, Zorak. Appreciate it. Next we have Theo Jervis and Bumpin'.
Center for the country's biggest illegal export port, cocaine.
Check this out.
That's pretty fun.
Check this out.
Dance organ.
Rave generator.
I like it.
Yeah, very. That's it. From what I see and what I saw when we were over there. UK is loving that sound.
Yeah,
like
I know. I was just gonna say he's definitely from Leeds or Newcastle. This fella Theo.
Yeah,
But,
no, that's cool. That's a maybe. I would send that to the boys for sure. For hey, what do you reckon? Yeah, like that sound is so big. I don't know when, because obviously like the UK and Europe for the underground sound sort of dictates direction, in my opinion, right? So like that sound came in for you guys, what, 2 to 3 or 2 years ago, started trickling in, and now it's at the absolute front. Like, you know, all your big shows, all your big festivals over there, that's the hook that you can hear. So in my head, I go, well, how long does that have before people go, oh, I'm so sick of that fucking organ? But in Australia, we're a good couple of years behind on absorbing that, and it's only the smaller parties that are picking that up. So as an A&R, my head goes, has that had its moment here in Australia? And if so, or if it hasn't, is it going to? And should we be getting behind it so that we get that strike when it's hot?
When it's hot,
yeah. And so for that, I think it's cool. I like it. I would send that off to the boys for a hey boys thoughts.
Hey boys thoughts.
Hey boys thoughts. Question mark. This is
hey boys word
for word. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Right, last one. That was great, man. That's Theo Jervis.
Nice. Thanks, Theo.
I'll put a heart for that for you, Tim, so you know which one. Look at
easy.
Next is Passion. I think that the track name is Passion and the artist is Stan. Yeah, look at some. Yeah, you get that mixed up.
All right, let's go.
Cool. The mixing has been great.
Yeah, totally. Like everything's club ready, clean.
Yeah.
I'll have to get their master bus off them for a few of my own. Glitching out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, nice. Cool. Yeah, I'd be. That's a definite maybe.
Hey boys, thoughts? Definite maybe. Button.
Yeah, boys. Maybe, definite, maybe. Thoughts? I don't know. No one knows anymore. Yeah.
I love that. You know, yeah, it's for me. That I mean, every track in the inbox here tonight has been Like the mix has been great, the arrangements, there's nothing really out of place. It's just obviously the idea, the feeling, the hook is like the deciding factor, right? Between music that gets
totally
and played.
Yep. Cool.
It's the most important thing.
That's awesome.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate you doing this.
Super class.
They've been very good. Yeah. So again, thanks again, man, for doing it.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us on board. And
no worries.
Yeah.
And this one's like some great entries here. I think the main takeaway is just working on ideas. That's sort of my takeaway. If people are watching back, trying to figure out what can I do better, like it's just ideas, right? Ideas and
absolutely, and play them out. Like you cannot. I mean, even if you're not playing, if your mate's playing on the weekend, get the tune either on your stick or on your friend's stick and get it to a club and play and test it. So you can look firsthand the difference between making something in your studio or in your headphones and then going and hearing it on a club with room reverbs and a big stack and a PA and people dancing and yelling and, like those sounds. It changes everything. And you might think, oh, this is a little groover. And then you get into a club and the sonics of it explode. And you're like, holy shit, this is actually huge. You've got to get out and test them. That's a big thing. Test them. See if does it work, or like does it go too long in the midsection and do people lose interest, or does the breakdown go too long, or things like that. I had
the best feedback.
I reckon I had 15 years of DJing before I properly backed myself into production.
Wow. So you had like
at least
a good ear for it, like from the very start.
Yeah, I was DJing forever, and I always was like, I want to be a producer. I want to learn how to make it, and it just took me forever to learn. Yeah. It wasn't until COVID actually that when all the clubs shut, my job got taken off me, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not tired because I'm used to being awake until 3 a.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. What am I going to do? I'm going to teach myself how to write music.
I love it.
And, yeah. So but honestly, test your tunes.
Test them. But they sounded great so far. So you can have listen to him in your
I'll go through
your spare time, and then in the meantime, Superman, appreciate it again, and I'll speak to you very soon for sure.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
No worries.
Thanks for sitting in the demos, guys.
See you guys. Thanks so much again. Bye-bye.
Bye.